Hi, everybody. Welcome to 2ZQ Hot Takes, where we discuss issues both big and small. I am your host, the very handsome Tim Kirk, and this time I'll be talking about this marshmallow thing. Marshmallows. Everybody loves marshmallows. Marshmallows are all around the world, and marshmallows have an ancient history. Marshmallow is a trans character on Bob's Burgers. The Duchess of Cambridge's brother is selling gay marshmallows to help people come out. James Middleton, the brother of the Duchess of Cambridge, is selling personalized marshmallows to help gay people come out of the closet. This is from January of 2016. The businessman and brother-in-law of the future monarch launched his surreal business, Boomf, in 2015, which makes personalized marshmallows with pictures on it. Mr. Middleton has included a pre-designed set of prints for people hoping to come out of the closet. The website explains Boomf is all about the big messages in life. We felt we were missing a way to say straight is great, but gay is the way. So Boomf, there it is. These pre-designed messages make that nerve-wracking announcement a whole lot sweeter. Well, that's kind of wild. That came from Pink News. We love marshmallows. It's a funny thing to contemplate how much people love marshmallows if you are not in the trade, but people just love marshmallows. They are traced back over 4,000 years. We all know that one weirdo who has questionable, and I mean questionable, kitchen pantry hygiene. The guy you always politely decline any food offer from, who has an oddly expanded bag of old marshmallows that is now essentially one giant clump of stale, gooey marshmallows stuck together. It's like the bag is inflated with the gas from decomposing or whatever was going on in there. It isn't a lot of the little soft pillows anymore. It's just weird, man. City Bakery was a sentimental favorite until it closed its doors in 2019 and was located at 3 West 18th Street, just off 5th Avenue. And they had legendary giant marshmallows in their hot chocolate. Dominique Ansel created the blooming or blossoming marshmallow flower for hot chocolate, and it is a nice treat to see and eat. And of course, a lot of people have approximated or tried to approximate them. You can view how-to videos on YouTube, the Food Network, and more. Stuffed puffs, something I didn't know existed until very recently, is chocolate stuffed marshmallows. I bought a pack of these things and was stunned to find out how good they are. I had 2 a night until I finished the bag and did not share. I went to the CVS where I bought them looking for a replacement bag, and they were out. I asked a staffer who looked me in the eye, nodded knowingly, and brought me straight to the manager, who also looked me in the eye and nodded knowingly, and she made a note to my request because she and the other staffer both knew how good they are, and I looked online to find them. I went to several places, and the last place I went, the manager nodded knowingly and led me to another staffer who she sent down to the stockroom to search for them since they are considered seasonal, and they were mostly sold to folks who want to make s'mores or pretend to anyway. They didn't have any, but I knew I hit a vein. So I looked online, and they are available from a lot of retailers, including Amazon. Then we have Mallomars. My dad loved them, and I think he bought a case with him on a visit to one of my sisters out of state. I love them too. Circus peanuts. Circus peanuts are something that people think you are weird for eating or liking, but I am not alone, and lots of folks eat them too. They are often out of stock at many retailers, so I simply cannot be alone in my appreciation of circus peanuts. The toasted coconut grandma ones. Oh man, OMG, I love these. They have a mushier texture inside to counteract the crisp snap of the toasted coconut. Yes, approve, approve, approve. The frou-frou marshmallows at Whole Foods, the ones you see at specialty grocers with the pastel labels and the little ribbon holding the bag shut, usually lavender or some other delicate flavors. That's fine. Now, marshmallow. From Wikipedia. Marshmallows. Marshmallow is a type of confectionery that is typically made from sugar, water, and gelatin whipped to a squishy consistency. It is used as a filling in baking or commonly molded into shapes and coated with cornstarch. This is the modern version of a medicinal confection made from Althea officinalis, the marshmallow plant. The marshmallow plant. The word marshmallow comes from the mallow plant species, a herb native to parts of Europe, North Africa, and Asia, which grows in marshes and other damp areas. The plant's stem and leaves are fleshy, and its white flower has 5 petals. It is not known exactly when marshmallows were invented, but their history goes back as early as 2000 BC. Ancient Egyptians were said to be the first to make them, and eating them was a privilege strictly reserved for gods and for royalty, who used the root of the plant to soothe coughs and sore throats and to heal wounds. The first marshmallows were prepared by boiling pieces of root pulp with honey until thick. Once thickened, the mixture was strained, cooled, and used as intended. Whether used for candy or medicine, the manufacture of marshmallows was limited to a small scale. In the early to mid-1800s, the marshmallow had made its way to France, where confectioners augmented the plant's traditional medicinal value with indulgent ingredients utilized by the Egyptians. Owners of small candy stores would whip the sap from mallow root into a fluffy candy mold. It was a spongy, soft dessert made from whipping dried marshmallow roots with sugar, water, and egg whites. It was sold in bar form as a lozenge. Drying and preparing of the marshmallow took 1 or 2 days before the final product could be produced. In the late 1800s, candy makers started looking for a new process and discovered the starch mogul system, in which trays of modified cornstarch had a mold firmly pushed down into them to create cavities within the starch. The cavities were then filled with whipped marshmallow sap mixture and allowed to cool or harden. At the same time, candy makers began to replace the mallow root with gelatin, which created a stable form of marshmallow. How about that? By the early 1900s, thanks to the starch mogul system, marshmallows were introduced to the United States and available for mass consumption. They were sold in tins as penny candy and were soon used in a variety of food recipes like banana fluff, lime mallow sponge, and tutti frutti. In 1956, Alex Dumas patented the extrusion process, which involved running marshmallow ingredients through tubes. The tubes created a long rope of marshmallow mixture and were then set out to cool. The ingredients are then cut into equal pieces and packaged. Modern marshmallow manufacturing is highly automated and has been since the early 1950s, when the extrusion process was first developed. Numerous improvements and advancements allow for production of thousands of pounds of marshmallows a day. Today, the marshmallow typically consists of 4 ingredients: sugar, water, air, and a whipping agent, usually a protein. This type of sugar and whipping agent varies depending on desired characteristics. Each ingredient plays a specific role in the final product. Marshmallows, like most candies, are sweetened with sucrose. They are prepared by the aeration of mixtures of sucrose and proteins to a final density of about 0.5 grams per milliliter. The molecular structure of marshmallows is simply a sugar solution blended with stabilizing structure agents such as gelatin, xanthan gum, or egg whites. The aforementioned structural components prevent the air from escaping and collapsing the marshmallow during aeration. Each brand of marshmallow has its own specific formula for how to produce the perfect marshmallow. No matter how they are made, each ingredient plays a specific role in the final product. The marshmallow is a foam consisting of an aqueous continuous phase and a gaseous dispersed phase. In other words, a liquid with gas bubbles spread throughout. In addition to being a foam, this also makes marshmallows an aerated confection because it is made up of 50% air. The goal of an aerated confection like marshmallow is to incorporate gas into a sugar mixture and stabilize the aerated product before the gas can escape. When the gas is introduced into the system, tiny air bubbles are created. This is what contributes to the unique textural properties and mouthfeel of the product. In marshmallows, proteins are the main surface active ingredients responsible for the formation and stabilization of the dispersed air. Due to their structure, surface active molecules gather at the surface area of a portion of water-based liquid. A portion of each protein molecule is hydrophilic, with a polar charge, and another portion is hydrophobic and nonpolar. The nonpolar section has little or no affinity for water, so this section orients as far away from the water as possible. However, the polar section is attracted to the water and has little or no affinity for the air. Therefore, the molecule orients with the polar section in the water with the nonpolar section in the air. Two primary proteins that are commonly used as aerators in marshmallow are albumin, egg whites, and gelatin. A traditional marshmallow might contain about 60% corn syrup, 30% sugar, and 1 to 2% gelatin. A combination of different sugars is used to control the solubility of the solution. The corn syrup-sugar ratio will influence the texture by showing crystallization of the sucrose. The smooth texture of marshmallows relies on disordered or amorphous sugar molecules. In contrast, increasing the sugar ratio to about 60% to 65% will produce a grainy marshmallow. Temperature also plays an important role in producing smooth marshmallows by reducing the time window for ordered crystals to form. To ensure sugars are disordered, the sugar syrup solution is heated to a high temperature and then cooled rapidly. I never knew it was so complicated. Unless a variation of the standard marshmallow is being made, vanilla is always used as the flavoring. The vanilla can either be added in extract form or by infusing the vanilla beans in the sugar syrup during cooking. This is the best technique to get an even distribution of flavor throughout the marshmallows. Acids such as cream of tartar or lemon juice may also be used to increase foam stability. Addition of acid decreases the pH. This reduces the charge on the protein molecules and brings them closer to their isoelectric point. This results in a stronger, more stable interfacial film. When added to egg whites, acid prevents excessive aggregation of the interface. However, acid delays foam formation. It may therefore be added towards the end of the whipping process after a stable foam has been created. Who knew it was so complicated? A popular camping or backyard tradition in the United Kingdom, North America, New Zealand, and Australia is the roasting or toasting of marshmallows over a campfire or other open flame. A marshmallow is placed on the end of a stick or skewer and held carefully over the fire. Is it? This creates a caramelized outer skin with a liquid molten layer underneath. Major flavor compounds and color polymers associated with sugar browning are created during the caramelization process. S'mores are a traditional campfire treat in the United States made by placing a toasted marshmallow on a slab of chocolate which is placed between 2 graham crackers. These can be squeezed together, causing the chocolate to begin melting. Yes, it can. Marshmallows are defined in U.S. law as a food of minimal nutritional value. Marshmallow cream and other less firm marshmallow products generally contain little or no gelatin, which mainly serves to allow the familiar marshmallow confection to retain its shape. They generally use egg whites instead. Non-gelatin egg-containing versions of this product may be consumed by ovo-vegetarians. Several brands of vegetarian and vegan marshmallows and marshmallow fluff exist. All Trader Joe's marshmallows are now vegan. By Hannah Sentinak from Harm Less with Hannah. Marshmallows are so white, so fluffy, so seemingly innocent. Sadly, traditional marshmallows are anything but, considering they are made with gelatin, an insidious substance composed of icky animal byproducts. But in excellent news for s'mores lovers and animals, all Trader Joe's marshmallow varieties are now vegan. With hundreds of outposts of the popular chain nationwide, this introduces cruelty-free mallow options to millions of Americans. A Trader Joe's rep confirmed to Harm Less that the company's marshmallows, mini marshmallows, and mini peppermint marshmallows, a must for your holiday hot chocolate, are all vegan. TJ's offering default vegan marshmallows means they'll become accessible to even more people, helping to normalize a gelatin-free version of the classic sweet. TJ's also sells kosher marshmallows. They have minty and chocolate covered dark and chocolate minty marshmallows. Oh boy. Who thought up putting dehydrated marshmallows in breakfast cereal anyway? And there are multiple versions of Lucky Charms too. Who did that? Lucky Charms cereal were produced with a pride theme. The history of Lucky Charms is kind of interesting. Lucky Charms was created in 1964 by product developer John Holohan. General Mills management challenged a team of product developers to use the available manufacturing capacity from either of General Mills' two principal cereal products, Wheaties or Cheerios, and do something unique. Holohan came up with the idea after a visit to a grocery store in which he decided to mix Cheerios with bits of Brax Circus peanuts. An advertising company employed by General Mills Company suggested marketing the new cereal around the idea of charm bracelets. Thus, the charms of Lucky Charms were born. Lucky Charms is the first cereal to include marshmallows in the recipe. These pieces are called marshmallow bits or marbits due to their small size. The mascot of Lucky Charms, created in 1963, is Lucky the Leprechaun, also known as Sir Charms and originally called L.C. Leprechaun. The cartoon character's voice was supplied by the late voice actor Arthur Anderson until 1992. Lucky has also been voiced by Eric Bauza, Tex Brashear, Jason Gray, Doug Price, and Daniel Ross. In 1975, Lucky the Leprechaun was briefly replaced by Waldo the Wizard in New England, while Lucky remained the mascot in the rest of the United States. There's so much information about Lucky Charms, it's incredible. The oat cereal was not originally sugar-coated. After initial sales failed to meet expectations, the oats were sugar-coated and the cereal's success grew. Piggy banks and plastic watches were introduced as cereal box send-away prizes as a marketing tactic to increase sales. The recipe for the cereal remained unchanged until its introduction of a new flavor, chocolate Lucky Charms, in 2005. Later in 2012, General Mills introduced Lucky Charms marshmallow treats. Aha! Following the product launch, General Mills' marketing department found that sales performed dramatically better if the composition of the marbits changed periodically. Various features of the marbits were modified to maximize their appeal to young consumers. You're giving kids marshmallows for breakfast. Over the years, over 40 limited edition features such as Winter Lucky Charms, Olympic-themed Lucky Charms, and Lucky Charms featuring marshmallow landmarks from around the world were created to drive consumer demands. In focus groups and market research, more brightly colored charms resulted in better sales than did dull or pastel colors. Currently, General Mills conducts concept ideation studies on Lucky Charms. The first boxes of Lucky Charms cereal contained marshmallows in the shapes of pink hearts, yellow moons, orange stars, and green clovers. The lineup has changed occasionally, beginning with the introduction of blue diamonds in 1975, followed by purple horseshoes in 1983, red balloons in 1989, and green trees in 1991, rainbows in 1992, blue moons in 1995, leprechaun hats in 1997, temporarily replaced the green clovers, orange shooting stars and around the world charms in 1998, added blue, green, yellow, purple, and red in 2011, a crystal ball in 2001, an hourglass in 2008. In 2013, 6 new rainbow swirl moons and 2 new rainbow charms were introduced. The marshmallows are meant to represent Lucky's magical charms, each with their own special meaning or power. As of June 2008, the following are explanations of the permanent marshmallows. Hearts, power to bring things to life. Shooting stars, flight. Horseshoes, power to speed things up. Green clovers, luck. Blue moons, invisibility. Rainbows, instantaneous travel. Red balloons, power to make things float. Hourglasses, time control. That's a little weird, man. There have been more than 30 featured limited edition marshmallow shapes over the years, with the introduction of themed Lucky Charms such as Winter Lucky Charms. In June 2013, 2 new rainbow marshmallows were added for LGBT Pride Month. How about that? Lucky Charms are gay. For an advertising campaign in May 2017, General Mills announced that they would be promoting 10,000 boxes of cereal that contain only marshmallow pieces. This is what you're giving kids for breakfast, a bowl of marshmallows. I can't tell you. In August 2020, General Mills announced it would be selling packages of Lucky Charms marshmallow pieces only in retail outlets for a limited time. Each 6-ounce bag contained hearts, stars, horseshoes, clovers, blue moons, rainbows, red balloons, and unicorns. In the earliest commercials, Lucky Charms cereal had no theme jingle. Action was accompanied by a light instrumental Irish tune. However, soon a simple 2-line tag was added. Frosted Lucky Charms, they're magically delicious. I think we know that one. There have been a number of taglines, as they're called, for Lucky Charms, including they're magically delicious, Frosted Lucky Charms, they're magically delicious. I love me Lucky Charms with 3 new unicorn marshmallows. They're magically delicious. They're always after me Lucky Charms. You'll never get me Lucky Charms. Pink hearts, orange stars, yellow moons, and green clovers. Pink hearts, orange stars, yellow moons, green clovers, and blue diamonds. Pink hearts, orange stars, yellow moons, green clovers, blue diamonds, and purple horseshoes. Pink hearts, orange stars, yellow moons, green clovers, blue diamonds, purple horseshoes, and red balloons. This goes on. There were a lot of varieties of taglines for Lucky Charms. Now, marshmallow peeps, they're amazing. Marshmallows in the shapes of bunnies, marshmallows in the shapes of a whole bunch of different things, and they're coated with sugar. But from CNN, more pandemic fallout. No peeps for Halloween and Christmas. You may have noticed there are no peeps available. This year has given us another trick and one less treat. Just Born Quality Confections, the company that produces Peeps, says its holiday-themed marshmallow treats will not be in Halloween candy baskets this year, and they won't be in stores for Christmas either. Halloween Peeps, which is shaped like pumpkins, ghosts, and monsters, and Christmas Peeps will not return to stores until 2021. The company will skip Valentine's Day Peeps next year as well. Aww. The company said it resumed limited production in May after making changes in its plant to ensure employee safety. Chick-shaped Peeps are especially popular during Easter. Before the pandemic, about 5.5 million Peeps were produced every day, roughly 2 billion a year. Now, there are different brands of marshmallows. Dandies is a brand, Kraft is a brand, Great Value is a brand, Campfire is a brand. There is the Smashmallow. Various dehydrated marshmallow brands you can buy in bulk, in jars, in Ziploc bags, and there are numerous brands of them. Something called unicorn poop, marshmallow fluff, Lucky Charms, bags of the Lucky Charms, not dehydrated Lucky Charm marshmallows, but bags of Lucky Charm marshmallows. And of course, in Ghostbusters, we had the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Mr. Spock produced a marshmallow, which he referred to as a marshmelon, in Star Trek V. And in 1989, Kraft actually manufactured a replica dispenser. Every supermarket, convenience store, specialty store, and drugstore sells them. Mini, full-size, large, extra large, and as many varieties as they come in. I am sure that 7-Eleven has freaked out shoppers in a panic rushing to buy mini marshmallows or full-size ones on holidays when someone either burns them or realizes that they forgot to buy them for their sweet potatoes or their ambrosia. There's marshmallow sauce on ice cream sundaes, and there is someone by the name of DJ Marshmallow, but it's Marshmallow with an E. His birth name is Christopher Comstock. He's also known as .com, and he's from Philadelphia. His genres are known as future bounce, electronic future, bass trap, progressive house. He is a DJ, record producer, and an internet personality. He has been active as Marshmallow since 2015. He has 48.5 million subscribers and has a total of 10 billion views. His debut studio album, Joytime, was released in January 2016, which included the lead single and Marshmallow's debut single, Keep It Mellow. Marshmallow's second song in 2016, a platinum-certified single titled Alone, was released in May via the Canadian record label Monster Cat. Having peaked on the US Billboard Hot 100 at number 60, it became his first single to be certified platinum in the US and Canada with over 1 million copies of certified units, and that year he released 3 subsequent singles. In 2017, after releasing singles such as Chasing Colors, Twin Bow, and Moving On, Marshmallow collaborated with American R&B singer Khalid to release Silence as a single, which was certified platinum and multi-platinum in 8 countries, succeeding another single, one of his best-selling singles, a collaboration with American singer Selena Gomez titled Wolves, was released. His second single of 2018, titled Friends, a collaboration with British singer Anne Marie, was released. Months later, his second studio album, Joytime 2, was released with singles Tell Me and Check This Out. Marshmallow's highest charting song on the Billboard Hot 100 and in the United Kingdom, titled Happier, a collaboration with British band Bastille, was released in August. He was named by Forbes in 8th place on the annual ranking of the world's highest paid DJs in 2017 as he earned $21 million in the 12 months prior of June 2017. I had no idea who he was until Halloween a year or two ago, when just down the block I saw a kid with a bucket on his head being escorted by his grandpa to do trick-or-treating. He is even the guest star of a Stuffed Puffs promotional video with chef Shally D'Amelio making stuffed puffed Rice Krispie treats. You Philadelphians and your Pennsylvania ways, you crazy mixed up kids. But, you know, marshmallows are so popular, the Beatles employed marshmallows in Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Follow her down to a bridge by a fountain where rocking horse people eat marshmallow pies. Everyone smiles as you drift past the flowers that grow so incredibly high. The Beatles and marshmallows. What do you know? I will part with these 2 observations. 1, if someone is perceived to be a weak leader, they can be often referred to as a marshmallow. And 2, conversely, if someone has a soft heart and is cuddly, they can also be referred to as a marshmallow. That's what makes them so delicious. Thanks for listening. See you next time. And as the kiddies say, peace out.